everybody, welcome back to the Gamers Vault, and I'm your host, James. As you can see, I'm trying something a little bit new. I'm using a different camera with the show right now, so hopefully you guys like this image better. I hope so. It's a little bit different from my desk, which is where I usually shoot, so I said, you know what, let me shoot where my game room is. So today, on the Gamers Vault, I'm going to show you how to repair a Game Boy Advance SP if it has a speaker problem, as well as replacing a battery in your Game Boy game. In this particular case is Gold, Pokemon Gold. One of my friends' brother, he had one since he was like 10 years old, and it never worked. Speaker died on him, and of course the Game Boy, everyone suffers from this. The battery died, so can't save the game. And it didn't boot up all the time. So I'm going to show you how to clean out a game the proper way, not by blowing into it. And, of course, I'm going to show you a way to fix that speaker problem, because a lot of people do have them eventually with the SP, and that's for millions of reasons. So either way, thank you guys for watching, and let's get started. Alright guys, so I was telling you before, this is the first time I'm using this camera, and it looks like it's doing really well, but I'm not going to get to that. Let's get to the video. So, what's happening here? This is a friend from mine at my job. He said to me, listen, I got my brother, needs to fix this thing, so do what you can. Just like I explained to you guys before. So, what's wrong with these guys? The first thing is this. Battery doesn't save anymore, which is understandable because it is a Game Boy Color type game. It's the Gold Pokemon. And it doesn't boot. Okay, that's not so bad. And we got this. This is having issues with sound. He requested, or his brother requested, that I don't replace the shell. So, I'm not going to do that. I mean, the shell does look kind of beat up, but he's had it since he was 5 years old. And I love nostalgia, and I'm sure everybody in this channel loves it too. So, we're not going to replace the shell. I'm going to clean it up a little bit for him, but that's about it. So, first, let's put this to the side. This is going to be a little bit longer. Let's go ahead and take a look at our case, our Pokemon Gold. I'm going to pause the video for a second to get all the parts I need, so that way we can just continue forward. Give me a moment, guys. Thank you guys for your patience. So, what do I have here? The first thing I got, as a matter of fact, I got to bring these over too. The first thing I got is this battery. This is the battery that I'm going to be installing for the Game Boy. You guys are going to see that live. And then, how am I going to clean it? Brasso. Brasso is really good. It's like a metal polish for any copper or brass, like it says right here, aluminum, all that stuff. And I'm going to show you how to put that on carefully, so that way you don't damage your cartridges, because we don't want that. So, how do we do this? Now, there's a special tool here. I'll put it in the description below, but it's like a star type tool that they have here. You can get it for almost any retro store. They actually have a lot of them in the retro store, stuff like that. So that actually works out really well. Screw. Now, how to open it, right? What you do is, you're going to go ahead, take your cartridge, hold it with your fingers, and push down very little. So I'm going to show you what it is. See the little crack in the middle there? Right there? You're going to push down. And then, once you get down enough, it's going to show you like that. You're just going to take this and put it up. Pull it up. Boom. So it looks like this battery is going to be almost similar to the one I have in here. But I'll show you guys in a minute. But what I also see is this. So let me go ahead and show you guys really carefully. So, like I said, it just pops out once you put it out. So, we'll put that to the side for now. Okay. Now, this I can't blame on him too much. It's mostly from our youth, and that's oxidation. Oxidation happens when there's water introduced. And when is there water introduced? When you blow into your cartridge. So, yeah. So, I'm going to show you guys something real quick before I even get to oxidation. I am not going to put this together all the way through, but I am going to show you what it looks like now. Using my friend's SP, I'm going to push it downward, up, See that? That's showing you, hey, it doesn't work. It really doesn't. And also, if you noticed, the sound doesn't work. And I'm going to show you why the sound doesn't work in a minute. There. Still doesn't boot. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to clean it up, like I was showing you before. And then I'm going to move the battery, and then we're going to go ahead and put it back in the game. So right now my iron is heating up. Ooh, sorry for the movement of the camera. My iron is heating up, so I'm going to let that heat up. And I'm going to put on the Brasso. Now you take a Q-tip right here, and if you look in the Brasso, it's not that much. You just go ahead. I stir it, like before you use the Brasso, by the way, guys, just shake it. I mean, mine, I always have it on the side here, but I shake it up. And it does have a Cloroxy type smell. Don't be alarmed, that's normal. And I'm just going to put it over the Brasso stains here. Look how black that came out. Wow, something. Like I said, just oxidation, guys. It happens to everybody. I'm sure a lot of your cartridges right now look similar to this. And if you guys are watching this video to get a good idea of how to clean a cartridge, this is the best way to do it. After you only need a little bit of the Brasso. After you do that, you go ahead, you run it across like this. I gotta get a little bit of the corner there. It looks like it's really dirty right there. There we go. Got a new Q-tip just to be on the safe side. I have plenty of these. So there. Look at that. Much better from before, right? Much, much better. I love this. I love the way it looks. Look at that. Clean. Clear, right? Alright. Now that's done. What's next? Gotta remove the battery. Gotta take the battery out. Okay. Let me go get my solder sucker. Do I have that out here? If not, I can use something else. Yeah, I'll use my bent. Yeah, that's fine. Use my bent pins. Alright. And with this, we're going to go ahead and go here to unloosen the, there we go. That loosens out the battery. Boom. That's one. Normally you use flux, but this has so much solder in it. I'm gonna bypass it for now. Don't do like I did, guys, without the flux. But okay, come on. There you go. Battery's gone. Now, next. Matter of fact, here, let me go ahead. I should have brought you guys in a little bit closer, but there. Next is the new battery, which looks eerily closer to the old one. Yeah. There we go. This is my favorite part of the day. Get that in there. Alright, so that's that one. Ooh, not good. There we go. And then you take this. I gotta put it on this side so I can get a better look at it. Just do it over here. Now, you could do this method to any Game Boy that you have that has a battery that you need to replace. And I'll show you I'll get the link down below for the batteries. So you know. I want to put a little bit more solder on there just to give us a little bit more of a stable battery. So, okay. There we go. Just a little bit more. I'm not looking for a lot here. Okay. Boom. Next. See, that's the thing when it comes on to flux. I gotta get more on my flux. But there you go. It's definitely a tight fit. Not really a tight fit, but it definitely fits perfectly with the battery. So what we're gonna do now is I am gonna plug it into the Game Boy again. Now I'm gonna put everything back together the way it's supposed to, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I know it's gonna boot up fine. Let me close up my Brasso here. And clean up my area. Put that over there. Get this out of the way. And it'll fit perfectly back in. And my screw. Put it over here. You don't need to tighten this too tight. Just enough, just a little. Enough just so you can feel the tug on it. That's about it. This battery is shot. Alright, let me go ahead and pull us back out a little bit. There we go. Now, I'm going to put my friend's cartridge back in. See how it looks. That, I think, is because I'm using the other Game Boy. The Game Boy he's using. I'm going to show you, just to give you an example. It's definitely dirty as heck. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my Game Boy right now. Hold on. Alright, guys. So, for the sake of the video... Oh, sorry. For the sake of the video, I wanted to get you guys an SP. But my SPs are pretty much... Batteries are dead. But my Game Boy Color, that's front light displayed, will do the same functions. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the game that we just cleaned inside here. Turn it on. And it looks like, look at that. Boom. Works perfectly fine. I gotta get the new screen on this, but... Just to show you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and just go yeah to everything here. I can always get it fixed later. And then just so we can... Let me get the sound out of here. So, I'm just going to run through this all and see if I can save. Because remember, we just got a new save battery. We got to test that before we say that this is good. Alright, come on. Yeah. Whatever. His name is Hero. There we go. My name is Hero. Let's go. Alright, so we're going to save. Turn off? No. Can I save like this? Let me see. Yeah, I can. Okay. So I'm going to save here. Hit yes. Alright, so I'm going to exit the game. Turn it back on. As you can see from cleaning it, it comes right up like that, right? So, can we continue? Yep. And there it is. So we know the battery is working fine. Let's move over to our next project, which is the SP. We're going to take this apart, take a look at the sound problem. Now, I'm going to show you real quick before I pause this out, because I got to get the screwdrivers. But as you can see, that's one hell of a problem. There's no sound on this thing. It does have it, and it doesn't. And look, it doesn't really read the game well as well. So we're going to take a look inside and see what's going on here. So I'm going to pause this real quick, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, thank you so much for your patience here. For the sake of the video, since it's getting kind of long, I did the liberty of taking a lot of the screws out. But I will show you what they are and what screwdrivers I used, okay? So, there are going to be like 6 screws that you got to remove from this Game Boy. One here, one here, one here, one here, and one here. That's 5. These are called tri-wing screwdrivers. These are Nintendo's version of their security, right? So I got a tri-wing, got a tri-wing screwdriver right here, and that's what it looks like. And that's the model for it. I'll go ahead and I'll put a link in the description below, but this is what I use to remove the tri-wing. Then, for the battery cover, which definitely seen better days, it's a normal Phillips, and you can use this. Very fine. I don't even have the model for this one, but it's definitely very fine Phillips. You can use that for your pulling out the battery. Once you do that, the battery comes out very easy. You just pull it out like this, put it to the side, and there is the next sixth screw that comes out. Again, tri-wing. So I got to pull that out. Once you do that, it comes off fairly easy. You can just put this for now to the side. Now, as you can see, it's really dusty in here. Well, then again, he had it since he was like 10 years old, so you got to give him props. Now, once you're in here, let me tell you, it's gravy train on biscuit wheels, because there's 1, 2, 3 Phillips screwdrivers that have to be used. Phillips. So we're going to go ahead and use our screwdriver here. Pull them off. Now, the reason why I'm getting to this is because we got to get to the speaker. The speaker is what the first problem that my friend was telling me about that his Game Boy was having. So we're going to get to the speaker. Like I said, not a lot of pressure. Don't put too much pressure on there so you don't strip your screws. That's the one thing you don't want to do. Once you do that, you slowly but surely pick it up and move it over. And the reason why I say to do this is because of your ribbon cable that's right there. You do not want to damage that because that is your screen cable. And let's face facts that you kind of need. Thank God this is not the rare Game Boy. This is just the the front lit. So here is what the board looks like. I'm going to do some cleaning on it a little bit. Maybe the copper contacts, we're going to clean that off. But I already know the problem is. I'm going to show you guys what the problem is in a minute. So I'm going to put that to the side. This is the problem right here. Now, I'm going to do the best I can to show you. But the reason why he was having issue is these are copper contacts that come out. And they, after time of pushing into your Game Boy, a lot of people do that. I was doing it earlier with the Game Boy Color. Once you push these down, sometimes you push them down a little bit too far, and that's the reason why it's barely making contact. These things just sit in the air. It's kind of like a fan, like a heat sink on a fan. The reason why we have what we have for that is because the like thermal paste is because the heat sink just sits just barely like that. And then, of course, thermal paste gets in between so it can cover the heat. Same concept, but no heat. It's just copper contacts touching it. That's what it comes down to. So I'm going to use my tweezers. I got to get better ones because these have seen better days. And I'm going to pull these out so you guys can see. So that's the speaker that we would use. And let me see here. Like, even the glue is coming off. Look at that. I do not have another speaker for this instance, but I do have, I mean, right now I don't have a brand new one. I did order one, but I am, for now, for the sake of the video, I like you guys to pretend that this is a brand new speaker. And yeah, I'm going to show you what to do. So if you didn't buy a new speaker, you could still do this. So I'm going to bring us down a little closer. There you go. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. So we're going to take my tweezers and we're just going to pick them up. These you can bend. If you're really careful, you can bend them and you won't have a problem with your speaker. Yeah, I gotta. My tweezers have seen better days. I gotta get a new one set coming soon. That's what happens when you do a lot of this stuff. Anyway, you bend it up carefully. Just a little bit. Boom. Just a little bit. Okay. There you go. This one's a little bit more bent than should. But yeah, I'm going to have to order new speakers for my friend here. Because definitely it's seen better days. But that's the way they are now. That's the way you need to have your speakers bent like that. Because when you put that back in, which I'm going to do right now, it's going to be able to do the contact with the board. I'm going to show you the contact with the board where it's going to go. This shouldn't have come up, but that's all right. And we'll put that back in. Boom. All right, let me show you the board real quick. So what are we looking here? That's the contact that the speaker's got to make. And then that's not dirty, so I'm not really going to clean it. It's not too dirty there. These are fine. So power buttons and everything else. Start, select, everything else. All right. This is the problem here now. These have to be cleaned. So what do? You can use, I'm going to use it right now. But what you can do is, I got to get a machine for it. You go inside with, you can blow it out. That's pretty much what I'm going to have to do with this, is blow it out the best way I can and get to it. So now that I showed you the speaker, and I'm going to go ahead and blow this out really carefully. I'm going to put it back together just for the sake of the video, because it's going to get a little too long. And we're going to turn it back on and see if we can A, hear the sound, and B, make sure the game plays. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, so let's take a look here. I cleaned it up the best way I could. It's not perfect, but my friend's brother didn't really want to replace it. It's his childhood case, and he kind of has memories of it, so I gotta respect that, to be honest with you. So I did what I could to clean it up. And here it is now. Now, before, remember, there was no sound that worked on this system at all, and the game didn't load. So here's the game. I'm gonna put it in. Let's turn it on. Sound works perfectly fine. Up. Fantastic. Sound works really loud too. Look at that. Wonderful. Game works well, and you know, this is one of the things that the Game Boy SP did, was stretch the picture, and that's normal. That works. We can also put the light, so it's either on or off, which is what Nintendo did later on to save money, because this is the front lit display version, not the backlit, which is the 001 or the 101, whatever it was. But as you can see, oh my god, it looks really well, and that's full blast. So I had a donor speaker, and I put that in its place. I had a SP that didn't work, so I gave it to my friend. So I hope his brother enjoys this, guys, and I hope you guys learned something new. If you did, leave some comments down below. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like. If you have any questions on how to do it, or if you have issues with figuring out your SP, I'm here for you. If you like it, thumbs up this video. Leave some comments again. And if this is the first time you're watching this video, subscribe. I do a lot of different things. And I got some more in the future coming up. And I'll see you guys next time in the vault. Take care. I'm gonna play some Game Boy Pokemon now. Oh, yeah.